Welcome to the Aquaflow Crypto Lab. It's been a long time since my last video, but don't worry, we are going to dive into the current situation of XRP. We are currently in a pretty critical situation right now, and I'm not gonna lie, but the market is pretty bearish. And today we are going to talk about the bad news and the good news. We are going to start with the XRP big picture chart. Then I'm gonna share an update of the Moonshot chart. We are going to dive into the channel chart. As it is the beginning of June, we are going to talk about the XRP bull run theory on the 2 months time frame. Then I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the XRP bull bear index. And the last chart of the day will be the cloud chart. I hope you're ready. It's time. Let's begin. So this is the big picture chart. I remind you that on this chart we have the bull bear band, which is orange right now, the bull market support with the blue dots, and the EMA, the 180 weeks EMA on the chart in orange. And as you can see, currently XRP is currently trending below the EMA and below the bull market support with the blue dots. And you know that the bull market support with the blue dots is a very important line for XRP. Indeed, when we are below it, we are using it as a strong resistance. During this entire phase of the market, it was the case, and we were in a bear market. Here, we got rejected by the dots. Here again, we went into it and we got rejected again, and here again, until crossing the line, and we started using it as a strong support here, here, and here again. And this phase was the bull market. That's why we wanted to use this line as a very strong support, right? When we were there, because it was the case here. We crossed the line and we started trending above it until touching it just right here, right? And we wanted to see a bounce, and this is what we've got, right? Because after the touch, we went below it and then we went to the upside above the band, which was good, but I said let's be careful because the second condition to reverse the current trend is to have a higher high compared to this high. As you can see, we were pretty close, but we couldn't make a higher high, and that's why we went down to retest the bull market support. And with this huge bearish candle, we retested all of it, the bull market support, the bull bear band, and the EMA. And as you can see, since this candle, we've been trending below the bull market support and below the EMA. And I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty bearish, guys. And now what about the good news? First, we see that XRP is still maintaining this level of support. Sometimes we have to come back to the basics, and as you can see with this very simple straight line, XRP is still maintaining this level of support. The second good news is that we keep on making higher lows. As you can see, we have this low, and then we have this low, this low, this low, meaning that we keep on making higher lows, right? And at the same time, we try to go above the EMA, but here we got rejected. We couldn't close above it. Here it was the same. Here also. Here we have a big rejection from the bull market support and from the EMA. We still closed below both of them. Then we retested the lines just right here with this candle. We got rejected again, and here again, and here again. So there is this area of pressure. From one side we have these higher lows, and from another side we have the EMA blocking us. So this looks like an ascending triangle, and we are going to know the outcome soon. Also, XRP is still inside the bull bear band, which is pretty good. This means that according to this indicator, XRP is still in a bull market. As we have no full candle body closing below the band, we are still in a bull market. And despite the fact that we have this gigantic red candle, we just pierced the band, we closed below it, but we have no full candle body below the band. This is key, guys. And this means that we are still using it as a support. And as long as XRP stays inside the band, we are still in a bull market despite the bearish signs. The bottom of the band is currently around 47 cents, And the bull market support that we currently use as a resistance is around 57 cents. So keep those levels in mind. Now let's move to the next chart, the Moonshot chart. As you know, this indicator allows us to know whether XRP is in a bear market or not. When the yellow line is above the green line, we are in a bull market, and when the yellow line is below the red line, we are in a bear market. And as you can see here, we had a cross attempt, so meaning the line was going to cross the green line, but at the end we have a huge move from the market to prevent this from happening. You see, here it was the same thing, but during this bear market, we were below the line, right? And here we were about to cross the red line and the market decided to turn around to prevent this cross from happening. That's why when the yellow line gets closer to the red line or the green line, we need to pay attention. And recently, here, it was the case, right? Because here we had an official cross with this huge move to the upside. Then we came back to retest the lines. And as you can see, we have the yellow line turning down, right? To retest the green line, and we have a move to the upside to prevent the cross from happening just right here. Here again, we have this curvature of the yellow line coming down, and to prevent the cross from happening, we have again XRP going to the upside. And right now, the situation is pretty dangerous. As you can see, if XRP stays here, by Wednesday, the 5th of June, XRP will officially be in a bear market according to this indicator. Indeed, we have a cross of the yellow line below the green line with this candle, right? And to know if this is a retest or an official cross, we need to wait for the cross of this candle. And this candle will close Tuesday night. That's why we need to wait until Wednesday to know if XRP wants to avoid the cross or not. So this shows you why we are currently in a critical situation and why the current situation is pretty tense. This indicator is available for free on my website, so if you want it, just have a look at the description of the video. We can move to the next chart, the channel chart. It's not the first time that I show you this channel chart on this channel, but just as a quick reminder, this chart shows us major pivot points for XRP price chart. You can see it here with the top of the channel, right? It was a major pivot point just right here. Here again, it was a major pivot point. Here again, here major support during this entire phase of the market. Here we got rejected by the line, and here again. The same thing happened with this yellow band. As you can see here, we have a beautiful support. Here support, resistance, right? Here support, right? And resistance. So this is the proof that this channel, this big channel, is a big part of XRP price chart. But today I want to talk about the bottom of the chart, this green area. In 2017, we bounced from this level. We pierced the green band multiple times, and we were even below the bull market support with the blue dots. Currently, we are in a pretty similar situation, meaning that XRP crossed the bull market support. Then we crossed also the green area, but the difference is that here we have a full candle body below the green area. So far, we have been rejected by this white line. This is the monster to overcome. As you can see here, we retested the line, but we got rejected by it. Then we pierced it, we even closed above it, but we couldn't maintain this level, and we have no full candle body closing above the line, meaning that we were still using it as a strong resistance. That's why we went down and we kept on using it as a resistance until being pushed to the downside and even closing below the green area. That's why this white line is a key level to watch. Currently the line is around 65 cents, so keep this level in mind. Also, we wanted to see a reaction of the bull market support when penetrating into the green area. Indeed, as you know, the bull market supports faced the exact same level of supports and resistances as the price chart. What do I mean by that? Here we have the green line, for example, and as you can see here, it was a support for the blue dots, and here, for example, it was a resistance, right? If we consider the top line, the red line that we have here, that was a resistance for XRP, here it was a resistance for the blue dots also. And if we consider the yellow line, you can see that here it was a level of support for the blue dots, then we crossed it here again, and then here it was a very strong level of support also. And this is the reason why we could expect to follow the same pattern, meaning that we could use the green area that we used just right here as a very strong support. We could hope for the same scenario just right here. And now that the blue dots are leaving the green area, but you see that we have 1 point more, so the current point is this one, you understand why the month of June is critical. Because it will officially decide if the bull market support will go below the green area. Again, all my indicators are showing, are screaming that we are in a do or die situation. So let me know in the comments what you think will happen. And you remember about this XRP bull run theory that I already presented on this channel? This time I'm using a 2-month time frame. In white you have an overlay of the bull run price chart, and the yellow boxes correspond to each bear market of Bitcoin. Indeed, here we have a top, we have the bottom, we were in the bear market, and we have the first yellow box. Here it was the top of Bitcoin, right? And then the bottom of it, and this matches the second box. Here we have a top, a bottom, so we have our third box, and the last box, here we have a top and a bottom. And my observations show that every time we are inside a yellow box, we also have a major top for XRP. Here it was the case. We have this top at the limit of the yellow box. Here we have this major top for XRP. Here again we have this local top for XRP. And right now we are about to penetrate the fourth box. That's why we wanted a similar scenario compared to this one, because we are exactly in the same situation. You remember here XRP was penetrating the second box, right? And at the same time it was retesting the green area. And here we are exactly in the same scenario. XRP went sideways until reaching the fourth box and penetrating the green area. And right now, XRP is fighting to stay in this area, inside the green area, right? So the ideal scenario would be to see XRP starting going up the same way that we have XRP here going up. And it's not impossible. Why? On this chart, you have also the skyline indicator. You see it in blue. And we know that XRP cannot go above the skyline. This means that for each candle, this shows us how high XRP could go. For example, here we reached it, but we couldn't go above it. Here we reached it, but we got rejected by it. Here again, it was the same thing. And here again, it was exactly the same thing. So this means that if XRP ever go up, we know the target, right? But what I'm really paying attention is this. Here you have the skyline, right? And when did we go up? When the skyline reached the previous all-time high of XRP. So if I draw a line, you see here, when the skyline penetrated this line, right, we started going up. This is very important. And now if I take the all-time high of XRP, which is this current level, so I draw a line like this, you see that we have the skyline penetrating the level, right? So what a coincidence. We have the skyline penetrating the all-time high level. At the same time, we have the price chart reaching the green area and we started going up. Here we have the skyline going down, crossing the all-time high level. At the same time, we have XRP inside the green area. And that's why we could hope for a very strong reaction of the price to the upside. Of course, this is just a theory, but you understand why it makes sense. And just in case for the bearish scenario, we have the purple indicator, and you see that when we reach it, we go up. Here it was the same, it was a major bottom after reaching it, and currently the level is around 26 cents. So just to be clear, we have a lot of bearish signs in the market. I'm not going to lie, you know me, you know my channel, and here we stay level headed. We are currently below the bull market support, and XRP has not been able to make a new high for a few months now. But despite all of this, there is still hope for a scenario that will take everybody by surprise. Now I will share a quick update of the XRP Bull Bear Index. With no surprise, XRP is mainly bearish. Here we have 7 red dots and only 2 green dots. But the situation is pretty scary, right? Because you know that we've been using the string line as a strong support for multiple candles in a row. Month after month, we were able to keep this line as a strong support. But today we have an official candle with the full body closing below the string line. And this is pretty bearish. The last time that it happened, it was there. We have a full candle body closing below the line, and we stayed into a bear market during this entire phase. So this candle closing below the string line is no joke, and according to the string line, XRP is already in a bear market. On this channel, I only share the facts and only the facts, and this is what the facts are telling us, but at the same time, we still have 2 small green dots that can save us. So sorry for the bad news, but it is what it is, and I only share what my indicators are telling me. It's time for the last chart of the day, the cloud chart. Okay, so you know that this chart was the first one to give us an early bearish sign for XRP. First, we had a breakout with this huge green candle, and then we stayed above the cloud during this entire phase of the market. You see it, right? We penetrated the cloud, and then we started using it as a support for multiple candles in a row. But then we had a cross in January. We went below the cloud, and then we have this candle with the full body closing below the cloud, and this was our early bearish sign for XRP. Indeed, we knew that starting from this candle, we would use the cloud as a resistance this time, and this is exactly what happened. As you can see, from this candle, we went up and we started using the cloud as a resistance. Here we pierced it, we got rejected by it. Here we pierced it again, huge rejection to the downside, and here again. And now we have a second bearish sign. We know that this candle closed with the full candle body below the bull market support with the blue dots, but also below the green line. And you know that the green line is pretty important for XRP. For example, here it was a support, here a support, here a resistance during the bear market, here a very strong resistance, then you see here support, here we closed it below the green line, right? And it was the beginning of the bear market for XRP. The only false signal that we had was this candle, because we have the full candle body closing below the green line, but we have the second candle just after going up. But at the same time, as you can see, we had the bull market support below us that was still used as a strong support, right? So the current situation is pretty different because we have both the green line and the bull market support above us, and we use both as a strong resistance. That's why this chart is pretty bearish, and if you are looking to a price, if we ever go down like crazy, it would be around 28 to 29 cents. So, as a conclusion for this video, I'm pretty sure this is not what you wanted to hear, but these are facts. XRP is mainly bearish, but there is still a small light of hope that could turn around the market and it would be a surprise for everybody. Of course, on this channel, we are going to track what will happen. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you like the content, give me a thumbs up. That's all for today's video, and as always, time will tell.